Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, I'm excited. I really am. This is a brand. I've had these bottles sitting around for a moment. I'm finally getting a chance to open them. Yes, I'm saying plural them, right? Because I do have both the Blanco and the Reposado here. But today, the focus is going to be on the Blanco. So please stay tuned next week for this Reposado of Alma del Jaguar. Yes, Alma del Jaguar. This brand, I'm gonna talk a lot about it, so please stick around for sure before diving into the actual nose, the aromas, the taste. If you want that, skip ahead. But Alma del Jaguar is not just using a jaguar on the bottle just because it looks cool. There's actually an entire conservation movement that is built into the brand, and that comes from the team behind the brand. So I'm about to read quite a bit of information, so please stick around for that. But checking out this bottle, this is coming in at 40% from NOM 1414, 100% agave, of course. If you have not seen this brand, great. If you have, even better, right? But I'm going to be breaking down, like I said, they truly are protecting jaguars. They're not just using, the big cat on there to look cool. There's an entire movement behind this bottle. And actually, as you buy a bottle, your money is going to Jaguar Conservation. So, hey, put your money to work, all right? But yeah, this, like I said, is coming out of NOM 1414, Los Altos region. Really high quality production methods. Really cool, interesting is going to be that blend of wild yeast and champagne yeast, something they're doing super special and unique to this bottle, right? And like I said, let's jump into that. I appreciate you being here. They're saying beyond the agave, right? Alma del Jaguar actually has a passionate pour. So go on the website, highly recommend the website. The information I'm going to read to you is basically summarized from the website, and that's where I'm getting this information. So please go check that out, really cool stuff. But Alma del Jaguar is actually a story of exceptional craftsmanship intertwined with unwavering conservation. So it's actually born from a collaboration between Morningside Brands, check them out, esteemed tequila experts Sergio Cruz and Sergio Vicano from NON 1414, and a man named Macaulay Williams. So Macaulay Williams, actually, his family has a passion for jaguar protection. He was actually inspired by his uncle Rick, a pioneering jaguar conservationist and co-founder of a project called the Northern Jaguar Project. Go check that out. Alma del Jaguar supports critical efforts to preserve the wild cat's future in Mexico. So like I said, this brand is not just using this picture of a jaguar because it looks cool. There's actually a family history of protecting and doing conservation work with jaguars from Mexico, right on that border, right? And there's not many left. So not only are you buying what's supposed to be a pretty high quality tequila, I mean, I haven't checked it out yet, still sealed, you're on this journey with me, but your money is actually going to saving jaguars. So that's actually really cool. What other brands can truly say that, right? So continuing along, Alma del Jaguar, I said it's a brand with a mission, and it goes far beyond simply just selling tequila. They are dedicated to the conservationists of jaguars, the largest cat in Americas, and honestly, a revered animal in Mexican culture. So, if you're a fan of the channel, a lot of people say, oh, stay away from fancy bottles, art looking bottles, this and that. Me personally, I'm a fan. I have a huge collection of artwork style bottles here at the house. Why? Because artwork is so ingrained in the Mexican culture. A lot of those bottles have great backstories behind them, and it's usually connected with the brand owners, right? Just like this with the Jaguar. The Jaguar itself is actually a very revered animal in Mexican culture, and the commitment of the brand is evident to the conservation because, again, their connection with the Northern Jaguar Project, which the owner CEO actually has family connection ties to as well. So really cool. That project is working to protect wild jaguars in the Mexico-U.S. border, like I said, on that northern border, right? So when you're talking about the Jaguar has actually held a significant place in Mexican history and mythology for centuries. This is dating back to the Mayans. So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, go check them out, right? But Alma del Jaguar honors the cultural connection by using not only traditional methods to create their tequila, but again, supporting the conservation of the jaguars. So it's kind of like walking the walk, talking the talk. Hey, I want to build a brand of tequila, but I also want to give back to the country and show those respects and not just steal from the culture, but actually give back to the culture and not just profit. So this is dope. Hats off to Alma del Jaguar because they're actually giving back, like I said, to this beautiful looking creature right here. So that conservation work speaks directly. They're saying there's only about 173,000 jaguars remaining in the wild. So truly, their efforts are crucial to ensuring the survival of this beautiful species. So again, by purchasing a bottle of this, you are actually contributing to the protection of a vital part of Mexico's natural heritage. And honestly, you're putting your money to work. You're not just, throwing your money away to make somebody more rich, right? You're actually buying a high quality tequila. And while you're drinking it, you can feel good while you're doing it. This is, like I said, coming out of NOM 1414, looking at those production methods. It is coming from the Los Altos region. They're using stone brick ovens, roller mill. That roller mill extraction is, they're only actually passing it once through the roller mill. So they're doing that because that means you're getting nothing but the sweetest sweet of the juice, and they're not passing it 2, 3, 4 times to extract it dry, right? That's when you're going to start getting some of those bitter flavors. So no, that single extraction from that roller mill, really ensuring that you're only getting the sweetest of the sweet, right? So you got that open air fermentation. They are using copper pots. The copper pots are coming from Michoacan, which is world renowned for their copper. And that's where you're getting like some of the best copper pots is from that region. This is pretty cool right here. This wild and champagne yeast, right? So that wild and champagne yeast is actually, they're blending. So when they're fermenting some of this with wild champagne yeast, and they're fermenting some of this with, they're fermenting this with wild yeast, right? Not wild champagne yeast, wild yeast. They're fermenting some of this with wild yeast, and then they're fermenting some with champagne yeast. Yes, right? So that wild yeast and that champagne yeast, which is actually imported from France, they're doing a blend. So that wild yeast fermentation juice, that champagne yeast fermentation juice, they're then actually combining it. You're getting actually 80% wild and 20% champagne yeast, which is really going to be just flavors. It's a blend, it's a harmony for sure. And even while they're fermenting, they're actually playing classical music as well. That comes from Sergio Vivanca, right? That's that Mozart method. They then are also using water from an 800-foot well that is brimming with iron-rich minerals. So that well water, right? I'm really curious because you guys know I love my tequilas and like earthy, right? I love earthy. My mezcal as well, real earthy, real dirty. And that, rich soil up in the highlands, it's stressed. Now adding that well water, I'm hoping and I'm curious to see if this is going to taste mineral forward, which is something I do love. So with all that being said, like I said, thank you if you did stick around for all that information. Definitely got to get that out there because, again, hey, these brands put a lot of thought into it. And when you see something like this, oh, it's got a Jaguar on it, right? Like maybe it's just a Jaguar. Maybe there's an entire story behind it. So I'm about to open this out. Please stick tuned next week for the Reposado, right? Stay tuned for that. But this Blanco right here is still sealed. You got this cork up at the top. I'm really enjoying that. And it is perforated right here. So let me open this up. And like I said, if you did stick around, thanks for the learning. You know us here at Agave Talk, we really dive into the brand itself, the information behind it. I do put emphasis on that. And it's also why I never show my face. It's not about me. It's about the brand, right? So thankfully, I still got some decent looking hands. But with that being said, let your bottles pop. Ooh, that's nice. I'm digging this. It's just like a cork, right? I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So let's pour this out. Let me get my glass. And I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. And yeah, that's a pretty decent looking pour. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm hoping I'm going to get some minerals on this for sure. Let's take a look at the legs and tears. They are just, like I said, using that roller extraction one time, trying to get the sweetest of the sweet in the glass, nothing bitter. They're even actually using all of the compost. They're putting it back into the fields and using as natural fertilizer. And this is, oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. I don't want to move it because it might get out. It's sticking around. It's sticking around. Some really thick. There we go. Got some really thick legs right there. Those tears slightly running. There they go. You see that right there. But yeah, that's kind of oily. That's kind of oily. I'm excited. Cheers. Thank you. And shout out to team from NOM 1414. Appreciate you guys. And let's take a smell. This, love it. Oh, you know, if you're here on this channel, my favorite flavor is agave. That's why I love Blanco tequilas. And oh, that blue agave. This is an agave bomb, guys. Agave bomb for sure. No grenade. This is beyond that. Oh, the smell of agave on this. Oh, this is what a Blanco tequila should smell like. I was about to say taste. This is what a Blanco tequila should smell like. When you tell somebody tequila has a taste and this is what tequila should taste like, this is it. Oh man, this is wow, 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 wow. Absolutely dominated by blue agave. When I took a really big inhale, I got a little bit of ethanol for sure, but I mean, it's a spirit, it's 40%, but oh my gosh. Ah, the blue agave on there, it is even mineral. You are getting some of that earth, but this is just sweet, sweet, sweet agave. Like there's not even like pepper on this. Tiny, okay, tiny hints, but it's subtle, like the pepper, right? Like, oh, this is pure agave through and through. I love it. That's exactly what I want from my Blancos, and that is such an incredible surprise. I love when I open up a new brand and I'm trying it for the first time, and I get smacked with blue agave. Oh yeah, and that is something I'm very happy with. Many brands are moving more towards that. Like, you know, this is what the consumers want. And if they don't want it, this is what they need. And if they don't know they need it, that's why they're here. So I could tell them they need it, right? So, oh, I could just sit here and smell this. Yeah, I haven't even tasted anything yet. But cheers, let's drink. Salud. All right. Oh yeah. Wow. That is fantastic. Oh, that blue agave that you're getting in the nose, the aromas on that, and look at that just dripping down the glass. Oh, that's what you're getting through and through. You definitely got some pepper on there. There's more pepper in the taste, but it's not even in the mouth, right? It's not on the tongue. It's you're kind of feeling it as it's going down. You're swallowing it. That's where you're getting a little bit of that little heat in the chest for sure. But oh my gosh, hold on. Oh yeah, that is fantastic. You are absolutely getting just a blast of agave. There is some pepper in there as well, for sure. But this right here, it's even kind of like, it's got a little citrus bit to it. It's minerally as well. I like, you could definitely taste that mineral from it. But it's just through and through blue agave forward. This is fantastic, sure. Now I'm curious. I'm curious. Yeah, that is fantastic. Like I said, super blue agave forward, hints of pepper, a little tiny bit of citrus on there, and just mineral. That's excellent. Now I'm curious because you guys know reposados are not my favorite. I go blanco, I go extra añejo, right? Always the two extremes. But there are some reposados that end up surprising me. when they do surprise me, it's usually because the Blanco's such an agave bomb. Remember, what's in here is this, but just aged, right? And this reposado, there, I'm gonna bring all that information. I'm not even going to it now. I'm gonna bring that information later. Stay tuned next week. But this right here, shout out to the team, Alma del Jaguar. Not only for such an amazing tequila, happy I'm able to try this, but also to just the conservation work you're doing for such a beautiful animal for sure, and one that just holds such high regard in Mexican culture. And we encourage everybody to go down that rabbit hole, please. So shout out to the Northern Jaguar Project, Macaulay Williams, Sergio Vicano, Adam Fedor, and Sergio Cruz. Appreciate you guys. And this right here, absolutely phenomenal. Check it out. Can highly recommend this. All right. Well, thank you. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. Thank you again, everybody, and take care.